Hello ma'am, this is Nichole C. Lingatong. So our topic is all about Mamanwa. So my partner of this topic is Jhunlloyd C. Cadeliña. So our topic is Mamanwa. So Mamanwa means first forest dwellers or people of the mountains or forests. So the name comes from their deep connection to nature. They are one of the earliest groups of people in the Philippines who live in the forests and mountains long before modern towns and cities were built. So, when you hear Mamanwa, think of the original forest people who live close to nature and follow their old traditions. History of Mamanwa Tribe. So, the Mamanwa are one of the oldest indigenous tribes in the Philippines. They are part of the Negrito groups, so they believe to have arrived in the country thousands of years ago, even for other Filipino groups. So the population of the Mamanwa tribe in the Philippines is estimated to be around 9,900. So as I said earlier, no, they are one of the oldest indigenous groups in the Philippines and also known as Negrito. The Mamanwa tribe can be found mainly in Mindanao and some parts of Visayas. So, where the Mamanwa tribe can be found? So, in Caraga region, northeast Mindanao. So, in Agusan del Norte. So, their towns is Itcharao, Jabonga, and Santiago. So, in Surigao del Norte, maybe areas near Lake Mainit, Claver, and Gigagit, and also Agusan del Sur, or some communities. So in southern Leyte, eastern Visayas can be found in forest and upland areas. In Samar, eastern Visayas, some migrating groups live in, like Basi, Samar, or Boracay Girang. So in Leyte, they have also small groups live in, like Barangay Cagbana, Burain, and Leyte. The culture of Mamanwa tribe. So their culture is also simple, nature-based life. They respect the land and believe that spirits live in trees and rivers. So they enjoy dancing, singing, and living closely with their family and community. So their future teaches them to care for each other and for nature. So their music and dancing is they are known for their traditional dances, especially during rituals and celebrations. So their famous dance is Kahi Munan, performed during harvest or healing rituals. They use also indigenous musical instruments like drums, bamboo flutes, and gongs. The Mamanwa tribe has their own language called Mamanwa, same as their tribe. It's different from Filipino or Cebuano, and it's part of the big language family used across the Philippines and Southeast Asia. But today, fewer people speak it, so their arrest the language might slower. Mamanwa tribe wears simple clothes made from natural materials that are suited for the forest environment and climate. So clothing for Mamanwa men. So we call bahag or loyin cloth, a strip of cloth wrapped around the waist between the legs, similar to a native shorts. So men have no shirts in the past, especially in hot weather. But sometimes they wear simple vests or shirts made from woven or light fabric. So in modern times, some men now wear t-shirts and shorts donated or bought from nearby towns. About women, clothes is skirts made of woven or colorful cloth, often wrapped around the waist, and also tube like tops or simple blouses. And also, they often wear beaded accessories such as necklace, bracelets, headbands that made from seeds, shells, or small colorful beads. So, both men and women wear simple, comfortable for their self. Men wear wrap around clothes while women wear skirts and tops. So they love wearing beads and decorating themselves, especially during dances and special events. Birth rituals of the Mamanwa Tribe. So the Mamanwa Tribe sees birth as sacred and special event. They have special costumes and belief to protect the mother, baby, and family from harm and to welcome the child into the world. So before the birth, so the pregnant women are cared for closely. Older women or midwives in a tribe. So the mother is protected from bad spirits by avoiding certain foods or places. And family members may offer prayers or rituals asking for a safe delivery. And during the birth of the children, the baby, so birth usually happens at home, often in a quiet place, sometimes inside a simple hut, and also an elder woman or traditional midwife help the mother give birth. And also men stay away during childbirth as it is considered a woman's sacred space. And also after the birth, the placenta or inunan is buried carefully, often near the home or under a tree, as a sign of connection between the child and the earth. Number two, we have also they believe this brings protection and good fortune to the baby. And a small ritual or offering may be done to thank the spirits for a safe birth. And naming the child. So the baby is often named based on nature, events, or family history. And also sometimes names are given based on dreams or spiritual science. So the Mamanwa believe that giving birth is holy. They take care of the mother as the spirits to protect her and do simple rituals to welcome the baby and keep away bad luck. So the placenta is born and the baby's name is often chosen with care and meaning. And also about their marriage rituals is simple but meaningful. The man must prove he is ready by him helping and offering gifts. Then they have a ceremony with blessings and food, and the whole community celebrates with joy and dancing. Marriage among the Mamanwa is not just about two people, it's about uniting two families and communities. The wedding rituals are full of tradition, respect, and spiritual meaning. For the Mamanwa Tribe, death is sacred event, and they believe that the spirit of the food, I mean the dead, continues to live in on nature. The rituals help the soul travel peacefully and protect the living from harm. So, their belief about death. They believe that after death, the spirit or kalag leaves the body and can visit or guide the living. For their funeral and burial. So, the body is usually buried in a shallow grave, often near the forest or in a special area close to their community. Sometimes, the belongings of the dead, like tools, clothes, or beds, are buried with them to use in afterlife. So, for their mourning period, the family will not work, talk loudly, or celebrate for several days. They may wear plain or old clothes to show respect. Food may be offered near the grave or in a special place for the spirit. And for their rituals for the spirit is a baybayilan, healer, or spiritual guide might perform a ritual to guide soul safety to the spirit world. Offerings like food, smoke, and prayers are made, but sometimes they light fire or candles to keep bad spirits away. And also, remembering the dead. The Mamanwa believe the dead watch over the living. On special days, they may visit the grave, bring food, and talk to the spirit as if still part of the family. So, when someone dies in the Mamanwa tribe, the family buries them simply, gives offerings, and show respect by staying quiet and praying. They believe that spirit is still around, so they treat it with care and ask for peace and guidance.
Healing rituals. Healing rituals are performed by Bayalan, Tambahon, or Shaman who has two kinds, namely those who are specialists in using herbal medicine to treat illnesses and those who are skilled in conducting rituals and ceremonies. So, in indigenous communities like the Mamanwa, healing is not only about treating the body, but also about restoring balance between physical, spiritual, and emotional aspects of a person. The Bailan or Tambahon serve as a healer. These are two kinds of the healers. One focuses on using traditional herbal medicines made from plants to cure physical illnesses, while the other performs sacred rituals to communicate spirits, seek guidance, and drive away negative forces. These rituals may involve chanting, dancing, or offering, or to use of symbolic tools. Both types of healing are deeply respected and are passed down through generations as part of their cultural knowledge and spiritual practices. Superstitious beliefs. Mamanwa tribe believe in spirits and unseen beings residing and protecting the elements of their environment, and to whom recognition and respect must be accorded, otherwise they will be punished or afflicted by adverse incidents. The Manmanwa people have strong spiritual beliefs context to nature. They believe that spirits lives in trees, rivers, mountains, and other plants of environment. So these spirits act as guardians of nature, and people must show them respect through rituals, offering, or careful behavior. If someone disrespects or distributes these spirits, like by cutting a sacred tree or entering a forbidden place without permission, They believe bad things might happen, such as getting sick, having accidents, or experiencing misfortune. These beliefs helps the Mamanwa live in harmony with nature and remind them to treat their surroundings with care. Another example, when in the farm area, releasing white chicken will result to fertility of the soil. It is believed that this will increase the harvest. Bonok Bonok Festival is a ritual dance originated in Mamanwa Tribe. This festival is celebrated in Surigao. It also celebrated in reference of the patron saint San Nicolas de Tolentino and to reflect the city-rich cultural heritage. The Bonok Bonok Festival is a lively and colorful celebration that showcases both the spiritual traditions of the Mamanwa tribe and the Catholic faith of local people. The Bonok Bonok dance, which comes from the Manmawana, is performed to ask for blessings like good harvest, healing, peace, and protection from harm. Over time, this traditional dance became part of a bigger celebration in honor of San Nicolas de Tolentino, the patron saint of Surigao City. Today, the festival brings together indigenous rituals and Christian practices, showing the city's rich of cultures and deep respect for both ancestral and religious beliefs. Tahawan Ceremony. They are still practicing this ceremony, which is an indigenous manner of worship, thanksgiving, and cherry making. The Tahawan ceremony is a traditional ritual practiced by the Mamanwa to honor the spiritual beliefs. It is a form of indigenous worship where the community gathers to offer thanks to the spirits or deities for blessings such as good health, successful harvest, or protection. The ceremony often includes prayers, chants, dances, and offering like food or handcraft items. It is not only a spiritual event but also a time of joyful gathering and celebration where people strengthen their bond with each other and the nature. This practice shows how deeply the Mamanwa value gratitude, unity, and their connection to the spirit world. Kahimunan Ceremony. Grand festivity in Mamanwa land. It is offered when welcoming an important person in the town. The Kahimunan ceremony is a grand and festive ritual held by Mamanwa people to show honor and respect when welcoming an important guest or leader into their community. It is a joyful celebration that includes traditional music, dances, chants, and offerings. This ceremony reflects the Mamanwa hospitality and strong sense of community. It is also a way of preserving their culture as the event showcases their customs, attire, and traditional practices. Through the Kahimunan, they express unity, pride, and their warm guarded for visitors. Why mention festivals like Kahimunan Ceremony, Tahawan Ceremony, and Babana Festival in Mamano tribes? These festivals are mentioned because they are important cultural and spiritual practices of Mamanwa tribe. They reflect the tribe's deep connection with their beliefs, traditions, and way of life. So, these are the examples why I mentioned those three festivals or yes, the Kahimunan ceremony shows the Manwa's hospitality and respect when welcoming important guests or leaders. The Tahawan ceremony represents their indigenous way of worship and giving thanks to the spirits for blessings. Lastly, the Bubonok Festival, which includes a ritual dance from the Mamanwa, highlights their influence of Surigau's cultural identity and is also a way of honoring their patron saint. By mentioning these festivals, we recognize how the Mamanwa preserve their heritage, express their faith, and maintain unity within their community through celebration and tradition. In Mamanwa belief, there are different deities or spiritual beings in various roles and ranks. Number 1 is Tahaw, is considered the supreme god, the most powerful and highest being who watches over all creation. Another name used to refer to the highest spiritual power is Magbabaya, also known as the supreme deity, believed to guide and protect the people in the world. On the other hand, Diatot is the lowest ranking deity. Unlike the higher gods, Diatot is believed to live in the BTLED tree, a sacred tree in many Filipino cultures, and is often associated with nature spirits. These deities reflect the Mamanwa Deep's connection with both the spiritual world and the natural environment. Roles of men. Mamanwa men are tasked to gather materials from the forest or far from them, which will be used to make their products for economic purposes. Men from Mamanwa are skilled in doing farming. They're also using bow and arrow in hunting. Some men play important roles in providing for their families and supporting the community. They're responsible for the gathering raw materials from distant parts of the forest, which are used to create products for selling or trading, helping the community earn a living. Manoan men are also skilled farmers, planting and cultivating crops to ensure food supply. In addition, they practice traditional hunting using bows and arrows, which require strength, focus, and knowledge of the forest. These roles highlight their connection to nature and their responsibility as providers and protectors for their families. Next is roles of women. Mamano women contribute fairly on the house income by selling their basketry or products from rattan in the town of Cordes and Tandang. Some Mamano women play an important role in supporting the family and community. They help income or their help earned by making the selling handmade crafts like baskets and other items made from rattan. These products are sold in nearby towns like Cordes and Tandang, like I mentioned earlier. These skills is weaving and crafting are not only a source of livelihood, but also a way of preserving their traditional knowledge and culture. Through their hard work, Mamano women contribute equally to the household needs and strengthen their community's economy. Last but not the least, the Kula. The Kula leader, duty recognized by the civil authorities. She or he initiatively leads the conducting community celebrations such as Kaluman and Magdiwata, leads the village in welcoming visitors or dignitaries like elected officials in a local government unit or LGUs. He or she obligate to solve the conflict will make sure it will be civil. So just like we have a barangay leader, that's the example of the Kula. The Dakula is respected leader in Mamano community. This leader is recognized not only by the tribe, but also their civil authorities like the local government. The Dakula plays an important role in guiding the community during special events such as Kaloman, or gatherings and Magdiwata, or rituals or celebrations. When important guests or government officials visits, the Dakula is the one who welcomes them and represents the village. Another key responsibility is resolving conflicts among members of the community. The Dakula works to keep peace and ensure the problems are settled in a fair and respectful way. This role shows leadership, wisdom, and a deep commitment to unity and traditions.